What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel, and please make sure you click the notification bell and make sure you give me a big thumbs up and also leave your comments down below. Welcome back to the Car Chronicles. What's good, YouTube? What's going on, TMR gang? Thank you for tuning in. And y'all, we're going to get right on into it. So today, y'all, we're going to discuss something that I seen going around on the internet about an HR executive, a black woman, that said basically your ghetto hood names is stopping you from getting jobs. So before we get into the conversation, I'm going to show you guys this clip real quick, and I'll be back with my commentary.
Tips from the HR department. Hood names and resumes. Listen, are we judging you? Yes, we are. I'm just trying to keep it real. When we see a name that's, I don't know, hard to pronounce or has a la, ka, and equa on it, we are judging you by your name first. But let your experience speak for you. Now, let me say this. If you have a middle name that may be less hood, do your initial, your middle name, and your last name, okay? It will get you in the door, and then you get in there and code switch your ass off, get that job, and be the boss that you are.
So what do y'all think about that? Do y'all feel like her advice was helpful, or do you feel like it was demeaning in some way? So y'all let me know what y'all think down below, but I'm definitely now going to tell you what my comments, my statement, my thoughts, my opinions are, okay? So one thing I'm going to say, first thing is first, is we can't help the names that we are born with, okay? Our parents give us those names. For whatever reasons they give us those names, they give us those names because those names are unique for us. Now, what she said does have truth in it. You are stereotyped even on paper. You most definitely are. We know that. If you got a criminal history, you're stereotyped based off your criminal history. It could be even misdemeanors, but you're still stereotyped based off that information. And that's unfortunate, but that's also the way the world is. And y'all, for whatever reason, it hasn't changed thus far, and it probably won't change ever, okay? Now, when she stated in her statement that if you use the first initial of your eccentric name, I'm gonna just say that, and then use your full middle name, not as ghetto as the first name, then you more than likely have a way through the door. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Maybe that's how she works at the job that she is an HR executive for. Maybe that's how that company works. But for the most part, when you have a resume and your resume, you send your resume to a company, there are key words that are triggered in a resume, okay? I don't feel like the name is the deciding factor is if you're going to get an interview or not in the door. Definitely the key words that are used in a resume really focuses on when the resume goes through the systems on what is accepted and what is kicked out. Because whatever job that you are applying for, if you're not using keywords in the description of the job description of the job that you're applying for, it is potential that that resume could be kicked out through the computer system that they use to scan resumes. Because y'all got to remember, resumes are scanned because, you know, they can potentially receive hundreds and thousands of resumes for one position or several positions, okay? But, you know, as a black woman, for her to come out on social media, call herself trying to put us up on game as black women, or black men for that matter, was to me very demeaning, because you basically said, you omitted your negligence in stereotyping people for jobs. Now, I know she's also stated that your experience speaks for itself. Then let that statement stand. Don't throw in the fact that if your name is Shanika Bika, that you're not going to get a job because your name is Shanika Bika, you know, and for you to put the first initial of your first name. So what happens if you do that? What happens if you do put the first initial of your ghetto or ethnic first name, and then when you finally get to the interviewer and you start to interview with the prospective company and they say, what's your name? And then you say the full name. To me, if I was interviewing someone, my thought would have been, okay, but why didn't you put that on the resume? You know, because it says here your name is your first name is S. Okay, so and you're saying now that's Shanawana, whatever. Y'all, I'm just trying to think of some weird name. So that's being deceitful off the word say go. So I didn't agree with that. I'm sorry, y'all. My camera is, I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but I didn't agree with that. First off, when I heard her say that, but I will say this: whatever job that she's an HR executive for, more than likely she's probably her days are numbered. And because whoever's seen that video, the video went viral. Whoever's seen that video and knows her probably didn't drop the dime on her. And you basically omitted on social media that you are prejudiced and stereotype people by their names. But y'all, that's the world we live in. Like, we have to understand that is the world we live in. But I will say this. I mean, some of what she says is true because y'all, we know we have made fun or will make fun, maybe not all of us, so some of us have, when we see those very odd names, you know, we do like, what kind of name is that? And y'all know when we talking about stuff and we trying to be funny and it's something ghetto, we like I just did, Shanika Bika Wika, you know what I'm saying? We'll think of some weird name that possibly could be somebody's name, and that's not fair to them, obviously, you know. But I just really feel like her statement was very distasteful as a black woman. If anything, if you're just gonna put something on social media and for it to go viral, put something out on social media for people to try to help them trying to find careers where it can be beneficial, not because the name they were born with that they can't do anything about. Because again, when your parents named you whatever name they named you, it was something unique for you. That is your unique name. You know, it's your statement, your name. Now, even so, my thought is this: what about people of different ethnicities, Indian, Chinese, and whatever else, that have names that, as Americans, we might not feel is as common, like Kay, Susan, Mary, Becky, Henry, Charles, William, you know? What about those ethnic people from different countries who have very odd names? Are you saying they don't get a chance to get a job either because their name is not a common name? You see what I'm saying? Like, that was a very ignorant statement for that woman to make. Very ignorant. And it was very ignorant the way she did it, because obviously, y'all, she did that. She put it on social media because she wanted it to go viral. You know, in all honesty, in some situations, us as a people, we can be our own worst critics. Do I think that woman was trying to be helpful? Maybe. But in her trying to be helpful, she came off being very disrespectful. Because like I stated, we cannot help the names that we are given, right? Now, obviously, as now, you know, parents now having children, you know, should we be more mindful of how we name our children? Because if we name our children a very unique name, they could be, you know, potentially later on in their life judged by their name and not get a, you know, a high position or high qualifying position. I mean, I don't think people are really thinking that for the most part when they're naming their children. They're naming their children based off of something that inspired them or someone else. Or sometimes they fuse two names together of the mother and the father, or whatever the situation is. But what I do notice is when I go into the gas stations and, you know, especially when you're traveling, you know, those travel spots, gas stations, and, you know, they have the keychains hanging everywhere. Yeah, I've never seen my name on any of those keychains. And I mean, my name is Tasha. I'm not saying my name is, you know, a very popular name. I mean, it's a unique name. Most black women are named Tasha. I have met 2 white women in my past that were named Tasha, but it was spelled Tosha. So, you know, I mean, I don't know, you guys. I just felt like the way her deliverance was a little off. If anything, if she was really trying to put people up on game, tell people what you're looking for as an HR executive. Like, she could have used that time to let people know, other than your funny name, she could have gave people information on what to do when you are trying to interview for a job, or when you're applying for jobs as being an HR executive. What things can be put on a resume to make you more in a position to be qualified for a position, or, you know, things of that nature. To me, that would have been more helpful, instead of taking your time to sit up here and to, you know, shame people because of a name that they were given. Not a name that they gave themselves, but a name that they were given. You guys let me know what you think down below. I think it's a very interesting conversation, and I hope we can get it going on down in the comments. And I definitely will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and most definitely make sure you click that notification bell, so therefore every time I put out a new video, you'll be the first to know it. Remember, you guys, sub what you love. Bye-bye.